Here's my thoughts around why Gen Z doesn't go to church. I think there's two main things. I'm going to make it quick. The first thing is that we don't have enough believers. After church, we said we kind of shifted to this evangelistic model where let's reach more people. And somehow in the last 2 generations, the model of let's reach more people is not reaching more people. Like somehow we're like, let's make our services evangelistic. Let's make them overtly like to everybody in this broad scope, this broad stroke. And somehow it's not working. Statistically, 13% of our generation goes to church according to Barna. Some other stats say 22% of Gen Z goes to church weekly. And the number is changing for millennials, but still lower than past generations. And it's like, one, the culture is crazy. Things are happening, but like we shifted to this model of just a giant scope of just trying to catch everybody and reach more people and we do bigger things. And I think the best way to reach unbelievers is making deeper disciples, not having bigger events. And maybe that's just my opinion, but I really believe that in the past couple generations, we're big events focused, big service, big production. And statistically, we see it's not working. It's not working. And smaller churches are trying to keep up and it's not working. What's worked in the Bible, what's working today is deep relationship coming from people who are deeply convicted about the gospel, and they go into their workplace, their school, they go into their gym, they go to their school, and they tell people about Jesus, and they're living different, and they see their life is different, and other Gen Zers are attracted to that. So I think that's the big thing. And kind of my other thought was like, the way we do church, our preaching and our singing, like, is the preaching, singing relevant to the daily life of a Gen Zer? And I talked about it in the last one, but I think for a lot of main pastors and leaders, like, because we've shifted to this broad stroke, this big event, like our sermons have become more watered down because we're trying to reach more people instead of more, specific to the people in our world. So kind of my thoughts around Gen Z in the church. But I think the main thing really is like, we need to focus on deep discipleship so that they can reach their world rather than trying to throw a bunch of nets out there and maybe more young people to come. That does not work. We saw the stats. We see our world right now. It's not working. What we need is a group of young people who are on fire for Jesus, who have deep discipleship, who know the word and are going into their daily space, not trying to be famous, not trying to be influencers, but just trying to be like Jesus.